yung video ngayon, audio ngayon ko kaya activated.
To Commissioner Aldrin Darilag of the Commission on Higher Education, Director George M. Colorado, the Director of the CHED Regional Office 8, our resource speaker for today, Director Aaron Almadro, the presidents and the vice presidents of the various SUCs in the Eastern Visayas, our participants, focals, local trainers, welcome to the third day and the fourth session of our webinar series on flexible learning, brought to you by the Eastern Visayas Higher Education Institution Flexible Learning Management System Consortium, and your HEI host for this afternoon session, Eastern Summer State University. Today's session is entitled Design Rocks, Tips in Making Meh to Wow. Through design, create, copy, but don't copy from grammar to plagiarism, a definitive guide. We'd like to remind everybody that we are live in YouTube and Facebook, and we'll be catering questions in both platforms later. It's okay not to be in Zoom because we are only limited to 100 Zoom rooms, but the committee sees this as an opportunity to maximize the control of our webinar. Don't worry because Facebook and YouTube got you covered. Before we proceed to our session proper, we would like to remind everyone of the following video conferencing etiquettes. So here are the following video conferencing etiquettes. First is we need to test our device compatibility. Next is please do not navigate on the screen share features. Please be on time. Next is entry while session is ongoing will not be approved. Please also mute your audio while our speaker is currently doing the session or speaking. And if your internet connectivity is a little bit slow, you can also turn off your video. If videos are active, please practice decency. Let us also rename our profile so that we will be recognized properly. Our naming convention is as follows. The institution or the higher education institution which we belong to, dash our college, for example, College of Computer Studies, and our name. All right. We also need to wear proper attire when attending video conferencing. Also avoid distractions. And only speak if recognized. Also, never forget to log out after the end of the session. We will be providing later the link for the attendance. Here are also some online or video conferencing etiquette rules. Be kind and polite in asking questions and in expressing comments, suggestions, and/or feedback on the comment threads. Trolling is highly discouraged. Avoid capitalizing all the letters in your comments. Double check your questions, comments, suggestions, and/or feedback before posting. If the connection of the live coverage is unstable, transfer to another available platform such as YouTube or Facebook. Prior to actions on Facebook and YouTube pages of the HEIs FLMC, let us remember that this is a platform for educators. To start our session this afternoon, we would like to call in Dr. Debbie Joyce Veloso, the head of the Master of Arts in Management program of the ESSU Graduate School, to lead us with a prayer.
Okay, let us put ourselves in the presence of our Lord. Father, we thank you for this day, God, that you have given us. Thank you, Lord, for the wisdom that you have given us, for this training that we are in, Father God. Thank you, Lord, for providing us with the knowledge that we need. Thank you, Lord, for the speaker, for the knowledge, nga migahatag iya. Thank you, Lord, for um, with all, and provision na kada sa haamon. Thank you for the lives that we have, Ginoo. We pray, Lord, nga kada sa haamon would have the ample knowledge, para maintindihan yan, makater ini nga aton nga training, to its purpose. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, to give us a recap of this morning's session, may I call in Professor Early Delantar, the head of the Mathematics and Statistics Department of Eastern Samar State University, to provide us with a very short recap.
Good afternoon, everyone. This morning's webinar, hosted by Samar State University, commenced at 9:03 with a short welcome of the moderator, Dr. Sherry Ann C. Labid. It was immediately followed with a short prayer led by Dr. Florabel B. Patosa, the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. The moderator presented video conference etiquettes, while Dr. Gina Oy Españo, the Dean of College of Education, recapped the highlights of the webinar session, followed by introduction of the guest speaker by no other than the SSU President, Dr. Marilyn Cardoso. Our speaker was Dr. Marilo Obiña with the topic Designing Student-Centered and Outcomes-Based Course Modules for Flexible Learning. She began her session with a preliminary activity entitled Getting to Know You, where the participants answered the question, what are your expected takeaways from the webinar? After the deliberation of the preliminary activity, a pre-webinar assessment on designing student-centered and outcomes-based course modules for flexible learning was conducted, followed with a video presentation about e-teacher and e-learner. Her lecture focused on the following subtopics. What is instructional module? Student-centered learning theory or constructivism? how to design and develop module, why do we need to design and develop modules, how does a module differ from textbook, and flipped classroom from traditional classroom. The open forum was facilitated by Professor Jonil C. Bahado of SSU and Dr. George Colorado, the CHED director, read the citation of Certificate of Recognition to the speaker. The webinar ended at 12:26 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dilantar, for the very comprehensive recap on Dr. Obinia's talk this morning. To introduce our resource speaker for this afternoon session, may I call in our Vice President for Academic Affairs of the Eastern Samar State University, Dr. Emilia L. Bacilod.
The Commissioner of the Commission on Higher Education, Dr. Aldren A. Darilag. The Regional Director of CHED, Dr. George M. Colorado. The Presidents of the State Universities and Colleges in Eastern Visayas. Participants in this Trainers Training Workshop session hosted by the Eastern Samar State University. Good afternoon, everyone. Allow me to introduce to you our resource person on the topic, Design Rocks and Create Copy, but Don't Copy. We are privileged to have with us this afternoon a very important person who has a wide and extensive experience that spans more than a decade, ranging from print media, digital marketing, branding, journalism, sales, human resource management, and the academy. He is a former magazine editor and art director of the ABS-CBN Publishing. He has various private clients in Eastern Visayas, handling marketing and branding, and is now currently the editor-in-chief and creative director of the 8 magazine. He is also the regional marketing manager for Nissan, Chevrolet, BAIC, MG, and JMC. At the same time, he's also managing director and creative director of AGPA Media and DBB Creatives. For his academic involvement, our speaker is an instructor at the UP Visayas Tacloban College and the Eastern Visayas State University, Tacloban City. He is also a marketing consultant of various agencies like DTI Region 8, DepEd, and the Department of Trade of Tourism, both in Region 8. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Director Aaron J. P. Almadro.
Hello? Hi, hello. Wala akong video. Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po.
Thank you, ma'am, for that cute introduction. Thank you so much. Anyway, wala akong video. So, yun. All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. So, pasensya na, no? I'm here at the office now. So, pasensya, ganito na itsura natin yan. Background ko is puting wall lang. Actually, yellow wall. So, I'm talking to a lot of professors and instructors here. Yan. Thank you for having me. And before I start my short discussion, actually a little long discussion, no? I would like to introduce myself again. Kasi usually when I talk, when I do workshops, I introduce myself para ma-extend yung time natin. No? I'll be speaking in English and Tagalog. No? Hindi masyado waray. Hindi rin masyado Bisaya kasi hindi ako masyado magaling mag-Bisaya. No? So I'll be speaking in Tagalog and English. Tapos, I hope you listen well because I'll be calling on people randomly to answer some of my questions. Kung okay lang sa inyo. No? Very easy lang naman to. What you discussed for the past few days, no, and even this morning, was a little hardcore, a little technical. Yung sa akin naman is more on aesthetics. Okay? So let's start. All right. So, can you see the screen? Can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, thank you. So it's called Design Rocks, no? When I was invited, no, I was invited by Dr. Sorry, I forgot. From CHED, no? Mhm. Yun, Dr. Makalinaw. Sorry. I was invited na, and also Sir Orly invited to speak. Actually, I wasn't aware that I'll be talking to teachers. I thought I'll be talking to students. So I found out that I'll be talking to professors. I was talking to my mentor in CHED, Dr. Javier, and I told her that I discovered that I'll be talking to teachers, instructors, and professors when the poster came out. That's why you can see of all the seminars, of all the topics, my topic is a little informal sa title pa lang. No? So it's called Design Rocks, Making Me to Wow Through Design. So yun. Before that, I would like to introduce myself again. Now, I have more than a decade of experience in media, in marketing. Now, I've been an editor, an art director, and a writer. My first career in media was at Summit Media under Cosmopolitan Philippines. So, in short, actually, nag-intern ako sa Cosmopolitan. And that started my love affair with media and print media. That started way back. Hindi ko na sabihin ko anong year yun. Okay? And then I went to ABS-CBN Publishing. I worked under Metro Him. It's a fashion magazine for men. And then Metro Active. It's a sports magazine. And The Buzz. Yeah, and Mix Magazine. I worked at ABS as an editor and art director. An art director actually is the one who designs the magazine, creates the template, creates the branding. So my former magazines, ako lahat nag-layout and nag-design yan. No? Different markets, different designs, different audience. And then I joined Maxim Philippines. I-move natin. Ay, hindi. Wala palang minor de edad dito. No? So okay lang. So Maxim Philippines is the, sabihin natin, the counterpart, no, the karibal ng FHM. And then I transferred to lots of other magazines when I was in Manila. Yeah, New You is a cosmetic magazine, and Wow Pinas is an OFW magazine distributed abroad. And then I also wrote for La Isla. I also wrote for Smile. I have a column at various magazines, and also I delved into marketing. And in Manila, I was one of the marketing consultants of Kayak Philippines and some other agencies there, private agencies in Manila. And I decided to come back to the region, and I put up my own magazine. Some people still remember this, but some don't. 8 Magazine is the first travel lifestyle magazine in Eastern Visayas. I don't know kung may nakakita niyan or nakapagbasa. So during our heyday, no, before Yolanda, we were slightly famous, lalo na sa mga schools and sa mga kids, mga kaedad ko. Okay? And then I became a consultant for the municipality of Palo, for DTI and the DOT. So my expertise is media and marketing. But I also, when I arrived to the province, to here in Tacloban, no, nag-branch out ako to many other fields. And I became editor-in-chief of 2 local newspapers. Before Yolanda, alive pa sila. No? After Yolanda, naanod na rin ng tubig ng baha. Gahong Weekly and Eastern Visayas Tribune. I also contribute to the Manila Bulletin. I write to the Manila Bulletin, to GMA News Online, to the Wall Street Journal, and I'm also a stringer or photographer at the European Press Photo Agency. So mga parakit-rakit ako dyan sa mga yan. Okay? Here in the region, I created the brands of these. You can see on your screen, these are the companies that I've created the branding of. Some are from Australia, most are in Tacloban. Some are familiar here. Yes, and there's in Eastern Samar, Taft, the Stallion Fuels. I created the branding of that, the logo, and many other brands. Currently, like what the previous speaker introduced me, I'm still the editor of 8 Magazine, though it's in hiatus. I have my own media consultancy company. I have a startup called Paitaka, and I'm also regional marketing manager of all these car companies you see below. Yeah, Nissan, Chevrolet, MG, Bike, and GMC. So I handled the whole marketing of that, the whole region. And fortunately, I was invited as an instructor lecturer at UP Tacloban and EBSU Tacloban. All right. So with that said, let's start with our with our workshop. I'll try to make this slow. Usually, whenever I talk to a crowd, especially, I've been invited to a lot of schools already. I do workshops for DTI. I usually call my attendees, pero ngayon parang mahirap eh. And I was warned by my mentor from CHED that there are technical difficulties, especially dun sa mga malalayo. But I'm scrolling down here, checking if I know someone to be my first victim. Ay, wala. Parang kulang attendees natin dito sa Zoom. All right. Okay. All right. So my workshop title is Making Me to Wow. So what is me? Yan. According to my research in Google, me is expressing a lack of interest or enthusiasm. So in short, boring. No? So my purpose here is to teach you guys a little tips on how to make your modules interesting. No? Wait a minute. Tayo. Yan. Yesterday, last Friday, Dr. Barat, let's go through his, I've watched some of your lectures, This particular, the steps in instructional materials development, kasi some of what he's discussing, parang nadadamay ako, kasama rin ako. So there's the planning. This is making the module, right? Writing the first draft, etc., and then layouting. So my my lecture is about basically layouting. So of all the steps that your previous speakers has discussed, mine is about layouting. Now, he also tackled this one, the technical aspects of instructional materials. Yan. Mine is layout, format, and typography. It's a little technical now. We won't be touching that much kasi too much information na. But what's important is yung basic skills. Ang hirap pala ng Sorry nawi-weirdo ako dito sa salita ako ng salita, wala akong nakikitang tao. It's weird. Can you still hear me? Am I still making a sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Kasi parang mag-isa lang ako nagsasalita eh. Anyway, hindi ako sanay kasi I'm very madaldal. All right? So let's I have a question whenever I talk to students, and now it's the other way around. I'm talking to teachers. I ask them a question. Sino pwede tawagin? Ikaw na lang, Sir Orly. Sir Orly. Sir
Yes
Orly.
po, sir. Yes po,
Sir
sir.
Orly. Choose naman a number from 5 to 8.
7, sir.
7?
Opo.
Okay. So 7, si Sir Orly has decided on what I will be discussing to you. So my presentation is 7 design tips for effective module design. Now, since 7 ang pinili niya, 7 tips ang ipapakita ko sa inyo. Okay ba yun? Alright. So, yun. Sige. When I was doing my research, actually asking help from my friends, from my instructor friends, and also from my friend in CHED, I was asking, what is a module ba? Hindi ko kasi maintindihan. Ano ba yung module? Kasi I know that design is overall, it's a holistic eh. But I don't know what a module is. And then I was trying to research, and then I asked and asked and asked. Ang daming ayaw eh. Hindi ko lang ni-name drop yung mga kaibigang teacher na ayaw tumulong sa akin. Sila Ralph at si Jillian. I was asking for their modules pero ayaw nila ipadala. Sabi ko, hindi ko naman kayo i-criticize. I just need to know what a module is. And of course, i-rehash ko, and I'll try to make it a little beautiful for the participants to see how to relay out something. So you can see on your screen, and as agreed with my friend who submitted this, I erased the name of the instructor, professor, teacher. Hindi ko na lang babanggitin kung ano siya. And also the school. So this particular module, Organic Chemistry, Study Guide and Workgroups, I found out this is for students pala. So the module daw, is for students. So this is an example. There's a cover. Yan, and then, cover parang the study guide belongs to parang notebook, And then name of teacher, university, and then let's go to the next, And there's a preface. So parang siya maliit na libro. And na-mention nga ni Dr. Obinya kanina, parang siya maliit na libro nga, And here you can see, I deleted then the names that are mentioned in the preface para privacy, para hindi nyo malaman kung saan galing school ito. Wala na bang nakikita? Nababasa nyo ba? Okay, good. So wala. Kasi walang ebidensya kung saan galing school na ito. So don't be offended. Hindi ko matitirahin, don't worry. Wala tayong titirahin. I understand that most of the participants here are not designers. Some of you are designers. There are teachers that friends of mine who are designers, or who were part of the student publications, and then now are professors and instructors and teachers there, and they design beautifully. So ito para sa mga those who do not know how to design. All right, and then you can see on the right side is the contents. The contents or table of contents is very basic. It's just the title and then the page number. Contents lang yan. So making it a little beautiful is a little simpler. Yan. And then this is the inside. Hindi ko na nilahat. This is around 50 pages kasi. So I just randomly picked pages from the whole manuscript. So this is chapter 1. Yan. May mga icons pa siya. And then this is the first page. There's objectives. And then this is not the second page yung sa kanan. May parang mga since this is chemistry, so may mga number of electrons. Plus there's a self-assessment activity and a little box. Maximum number. Para siyang interactive din siya. May question and answer na. Para siyang pang kids. Ayan. And then this is after each chapter may para exercise. There's like an exam. And I think this will be submitted to the teacher, to the instructor, kasi may score siya at date. And then on the right side, you can see meron siyang parang icebreaker. May cartoon characters pa, yan si Bugs, si Donald, I don't know, si Daffy Duck pala yan. Yan, okay. So yun, crossword, I guess the words there, yan, mga chemical terms dun sa previous chapter. So it's interesting. So this is what we're trying to improve through my tips. I'll show you, and I'll also relay out some of the pages so you can see how we can tweak this module into something na sabihin natin a little more attractive. Yan. All right. So tip number 1. Itong tip number 1 actually is the most important tip. We have 7 tips na. So this is the first tip. Importante to. Actually, na-mention na to ni Dr. Obinya kanina. No? And I'm grateful kasi she had a very well-researched, intensive discussion on that. No? Yan. Know your audience or your market. For you, it's easy kasi you already know who you're talking to. In a way, no? You're talking to sino yung market ninyo? Na-mention kanina. Di ba? Walang sumasagot. Pero anyway, okay lang. Usually kasi pag tinatanong kayo, may sasagot na, no? So imagine ko na lang. Yeah. Millennials, Gen Z. Yan, correct, tama, galing. May sumagot ba? Nakikinig pa ba sa akin? Anyway, yun, the audience, your audience, no, of course, kasi you're teaching university students, they hit the generation namin, no, ng millennials, at ng Gen Z. You may notice na pinili kong mga photos is very now and very technologically updated. Kasi look at them. Just look at these kids. They're doing selfies, the millennials, and then the Gen Z naman, yung mga shopping bag, tapos they're just looking at their phones. It speaks a lot, no? These pictures that I've chosen, it speaks a lot to what the millennials are. Sorry, hindi ko nila lahat ng millennials. May mga millennials talaga na hindi ganyan, no? Like me, no? Tapos may mga millennials naman na talagang very, sabihin natin, preoccupied. Yeah. In short, parang scatterbrained. No? Because of the advent of technology na ginagamit naming millennials, no, it changes how we treat the world. No? Like even how we, what do you say, how we, our attention span. No? Yan. Attention span. Yeah. May question ako. Sino ba pwede kong tawagin dito? Pwede mo magtawag ng audience? Okay lang ba? So lahat ng mga pangalan dito, these are all present, no? Gusto ko magtawag ng galing sa malayong lugar. Pwede ba akong tumawag from PIT? Ito si Ma'am Virginia. Pwede ko bang tawagin siya? Hi Ma'am, Ma'am Virginia Beltran. Pwede niyo ba i-unmute siya? Ma'am? Ma'am Virginia? Wala, picture lang. Hello? May tao pa ba? Narinig niyo ba ako?
Yes, narinig
Yes, sir. We
ka
can hear you,
namin.
sir.
Okay, saan si Ma'am Virginia? Wala. Okay. Sige. Sino ba nagsalita kanina? Yun lang tatanungin ko. Ayun, si Ma'am Felisa. SSU Main. Hi, Ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon.
Ay, good afternoon, Ma'am. Ma'am, may tanong ako sa iyo, Ma'am.
Yes.
May idea ka ba kung gaano kahaba ang attention span ng isang goldfish?
Ang tanong, kilala ko ba si goldfish?
Ay, isda.
Yes.
Yes.
Meron.
May idea ka ba?
idea.
Oh.
1 minute.
1 minute? Hindi lang
Yes.
idea? Talaga? So 1 minute?
Kasi yung nagsiswim yan palagi, di ba?
Yes,
Yung
fishball. Yeah. Imagine a fishball.
Yes.
So,
O yan, palaging naggalaw-galaw siya. So,
pag
1 minute.
tutok mo yung bowl, di ba? So, gano'n siya.
Opo.
So, gaano
Oo.
katagal siya titingin sa'yo? Diba?
Kasi creative ako, titingnan siya ng matagal.
Matagal. Oh, sa'yo, pero sa goldfish, I don't think so.
Sa goldfish siguro, hindi matagal. Kasi,
Hindi matagal, no? So, yun.
Yes.
Yun ang ano natin. Ito. I'll show you. So, hindi na ako magtatanong sa iba. So, ang guess ni Ma'am Felisa, no, is 1 minute. Pero in reality, the attention span of a goldfish is only 9 seconds. Yun. Galing, no?
Mahaba
Now,
pala.
Yes. Maikli actually. So, pag tinuktok mo yung
maikli siya.
pag tinuktok mo yung bowl, titingin siya. That's an average, no? Done by scientists. May sources ako niyan. Later ko niya mapakita. Pag tinuktok, titingin yan. 9 seconds yan, titingin. And now, ang tanong ko, ikaw na lang uli, Ma'am Felisa, okay lang ba?
Okay lang, sir. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, sa tingin mo, kasi may study, ginawa ang mga scientists somewhere, basta later na lang yung source, no? Gumawa sila ng study to determine the attention span of an average person. Can you guess the attention span of an average person?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. 15
Yes.
minutes. Attention span. Like for example,
Yes.
tumingin sa like online. Nag-scroll ka kasi since we're technologically advanced naman, like now we're doing Zoom, we have cell phones, we have laptops, nakatingin kayo sa monitor ninyo. If you look at something, how long would an average person look at it?
Kung sa mga technology, siguro mga 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes. Okay. Sige. Okay, for the benefit of all the other the audience na watching now, ito yun. According to research, no, in 2000, average attention span of a person is 12 seconds. But in 2015, 8.25 seconds na lang ang attention span ng average person.
Oh no, parang goldfish nga.
Actually, mas mahaba pa ang attention span ng goldfish. 9 seconds ang
Okay.
goldfish, ang tao is 8.25 seconds. So meaning, ang mga tao ngayon, madaling mabore. No? Kasi madali siyang tamarin. Hindi ka napapansin dededmahin ka na lang yan after. No? So how do you make your audience parang mas pahabain ang kanilang attention span? No? Especially itong mga millennials na to, very fickle yan eh. Madaling magsawa. Kung gaano sila kabilis mag-change ng profile picture, ganun din ang attention span nila. No? And ano yan eh, walang pinipili yan. Kahit sa klase yan, ang hirap kunin ang attention ng mga bata. Di ba? If you mention something that is a very pop culture, dun sila magkaka-interest. But now, mas mahirap ngayon kasi we are all online. Wala nang face-to-face eh. Dati kasi I can easily get the attention of my participants, but now it's hard. I can't see your reactions. No? So how will you get the attention of your participants? In your case, of your learners, of your students, especially if you have modules that are on the screen or printed. How would you get the attention of your audience, no? Yan. Usually kasi like this picture, it's colorful, it's attractive, it catches the attention of person. So what's important actually is visuals and images. We human beings are visual beings, no? We do not in my previous workshops, no, when I do a test, no, I make them think of an animal. For example, I ask them to close their eyes, and then I tell them, think of do not think of an elephant. Do not think of an elephant. And then all the students say, and I ask them, ano nakita nyo? And then they say, sir, we saw an elephant. And I told them, I told you, do not think of an elephant. So why are you thinking of an elephant? Nakikita lang, malaking tenga, it's gray, it's big. Yeah, because people, human beings, do not think in words, no, but we think in images. We are visual beings. So anything that's visual catches our attention. You can, when I shown you kanina, yung modules, what lacks there? Ano yung kulang doon? Images. It's very plain kasi. Text lang siya, diretso lang, straight. Para siyang lapida lang diretso lang. So there's something lacking in variation. No? So let's go back now. So tip number 1 is knowing your audience. If you know your audience, no, you have to first know sino yan. So now you know them. It's Gen Z, millennials. Ano hilig nila? And then you can tweak your product, your document, your module into something that they'll be interested in. All right? If you have online, like now, may online tayo, yan, video holds attention. Besides pictures, videos are more interesting. Kaya you can ask all these kids, these students of yours, all of them watch YouTube. All of them, I guess, most of them, all of them, nagti-TikTok. And each TikTok video lasts around 10 to 15 seconds lang. Ganon kabilis ang attention span ng mga tao. These products like YouTube, yan, TikTok, they've done the math, they've done the research, they know how the attention span of an average person is. Like, nagsasalita. Galing, may tao pala. Anyway, yan. So an average length watch of a single internet video is 2.7 minutes. And then 59% of senior executives would rather watch a video than read text when both are available. But if you have no video, no, kung hindi kayo nag-online class, then daanin nyo sa design. That's where I come in. All right? So yan. You have to know who you're talking to so you can adjust accordingly and make your message clear. So that's my last tip. No, that's a statement after each tip. Okay. Tip number 2. So yeah, nag-i-scroll ako. Tingnan ko yung mga participants natin. Uy, may taga Norweso. Hi. Shout out to Norweso College of anong M? Joseph? Hi, Joseph. Hello. Hi to our subscribers out there. Sige, tip number 2. Stick to your grid. Yan. This is what I always teach most of my interns, students, participants, even mga producers sa DTI. Grids. No? Importante ang grid. What is a grid? Yan. What's a grid? Yan. Grids are imaginary lines on your workspace. Ito, yan. Para makita nyo na. So for example, there's a page. No? This is a page. You can see on the left side one, may margin siya. So that's a margin. And then yung sa gitna naman, those are columns. And then these lines naman are baseline grids. Those are imaginary lines. On a piece of paper or on your desktop, even sa Word, may mga lines yan. Designers think in lines. No? May mga grid yan. You have to imagine these grids. When you have a publishing software like Photoshop or InDesign or Illustrator, may mga grids yan. You can create grids. Yeah, this is an example of a 1-column grid. Center is a 4-column grid. And then yun nga, baseline grid nga. Ang tawag dun sa mga line-line na yan. Sa Word, wala mga lines yan, no? Pero meron yan. That's why straight siya. Sa design, ang baseline grid, no? May mga measurement yan. When you use Word, there's a single space, 1.5, double space, may mga ganon. So, nagva-vary talaga yan. Nagva-vary. Yan. When you have grids, no, the elements on your page, these pink boxes are different elements. It can be pictures. It can be pictures, it can be text. So when you have a fixed grid on your page, you can, pwede nyo laruin, pwede nyo mulay-mulayan ba ang mga elements ng page mo. Hindi lang siya straight. The problem with no grids is you do not know where to put your caption, you do not know where to put your text. Basta nilagyan sa gitna, tapos centered. That's why kanina, no? This is a 3-column grid. Ay, sorry. Saan na yun? Oh, wala. Anyway, yun. For your document kanina, perfect dun sa module kanina, perfect dyan yung 3-column grid. Later, I'll show you how to relay out that module kanina. Yan. So those are grids. All right? Yan. Following a grid system displays order, efficiency, and consistency. Yan. Sige. I would like to pause for a while and ask, tatanong lang ako kung may tanong ba mga participants? Any questions so far? Kasi nasa na tayo eh. Nasa second tip na tayo. Meron ba? Anyone home? Scrolling down your faces. Yes, I'm still live. Any questions so far? Are you, nakakaano ba kayo? Nakakasabay ba kayo? Mhm. Anyway, all right. Sige. Let's continue. Yan. So tip number 3. Yeah. Tip number 3, focus on eye flow. When I was working in ABS, this is what I always share because it's unforgettable. My mentor, the creative director of ABS-CBN, group art director siya, creative director siya, told me one thing. When you design, you have to always focus on how your readers move through your document. Eye flow. In short, kung saan ka papasok, when you look at something, what do you usually see? Sa mga dito, meron may dito mga advisor ng advisor ng new school papers. Meron ba dito? Meron ba dito? Anyway, sige, sagot na lang. Yes, meron. Okay. So those who are advisors sa school papers, ang tawag dyan yung VSI, yung visual impact, central, yun, CVI pala, central visual impact. Yan. CVI. Yan. For example, this newspaper, anong unang niyong nakikita? So, hindi kayo sasagot, sa ako nang sasagot, no? So, unang niyo nakita, of course, is the main picture dyan sa gitna, yung babae na nakaangat yung kamay. No? Yan ang una, no, nakikita niyo. So, papasok na yun yung reader dyan sa headline na yan. Dyan, muna, diretso sa babae, tapos dun sa main blurb, yung CICT to partner with Google for Rizal Web Search. Papasok dyan, bababa sa mga minor articles, iikot. No? So basically, ganyan ang ikot niyan. So ang flow ng mata is paikot. Yan. Ang turo sa akin, even before, when I was in high school, whenever I lay out, it has to follow a very, sabihin natin, basic geometrical pattern. Like this one, it's a circle. Meron dyan, inverted pyramid, may triangle. Now, as long as it has a very logical pattern, mas madaling sundan. Huwag yung walang focus walang focus yung audience, yung reader mo. Imagine mo, kung may picture ka dito, marami kang pictures na nakakalat, you don't know where to look at. Pero here, since there's one big picture, you know kung saan ka papasok. Tapos you can notice the guy, I don't know kung sino to yung lalaki na nakabarong, mas maliit ang picture niya sa main picture. Tapos yung mga babae naman dito, mas maliit ang picture niya sa lalaki. So yung flow niya talaga pa ganun. Diba? So may pattern siya. So from big, medium, small. Sa akyat dun sa nakatayo. No? So ganun yung ikot niyan. Okay? Also with other, these are examples of my newspaper, no? Gawm Weekly, and I used to lay out this. I was the editor-in-chief and also the art director, so I designed the front page. Yung content naman, hindi na ako nagle-layout ng loob. Puro lang labas. Kasi ang katwiran ko, any product, no? Kasi that's my expertise. That's why I mentioned to you ang past experience ko. Why I mentioned kung saan ako nag-work, anong ginagawa ko. Because I know how to sell anything. No? I sold magazines before, and then now I'm selling cars. I sold hotels. I was consultant at hotels in Tacloban. I was a med rep. Everything. So it's all related. Teaching, selling. It's all really you're selling an idea. You're making people look at it, buy it. So by telling you what I do, I'm showing you that whatever you create, what you design, will be read. Bubunutin yan, babasahin yan, intindihin yan. Yung katwiran ko, pag maganda ang cover, bibili yan. Kahit pangit yung loob. So in our industry, lalo na sa magazine industry, what's important is the front page, the cover. Yung cover lang. Kahit basura yung laman, pero yung cover mo maganda, bibilin yan. Yun. So, importante yan. For example, I'll give you, this is yung kanina yung chapter. So, how will we relay out this? And this is important, no? So, I hope you're looking at it and I hope you follow me. Can you see my cursor, my mouse? Ikot-ikot dito. Ikot-ikot yan. Sige, gagalaw-galaw na lang ako dyan. Kasi action ako na action din yung mga nakikita. No? So this is one page. No? This is the first page of the module kanina about chemistry. So thank you. Shout out to the university dyan na nagbigay sa akin ng module. Oh, institution, higher institution. No? Thank you. So nagbigay na ito. Yan. Let us, di ba I told you what grids are? So let's make a grid of this document. So you can see, there's a margin paikot. Let's say that's a ½ inch paikot. And then I do not see any columns here. I'll put a line here and then a line here. You can see there's no column whatsoever. Ideally, for this type of module, this is short bond paper, no? Short bond paper. Ideally, you can make a 3-column grid. Actually, more pwede, pero it will complicate lang eh. So, start with 3 columns. Bakit hindi 2 columns? Bakit hindi 2 columns, sir? Bakit hindi? Pogi, bakit hindi 2 columns? 2 columns kasi you can't play with design sa 2 columns. So, mas maganda talaga, you have an odd numbered column para makapaglaro-laro ka. Okay? So, what will we do with this? Ito na. Boom! Yan. So, that's my relay out. So, from this, I change it to this. Boom! You can see? Nakita nyo? Anyway, yan. Pagtatabihin natin sila. Ayun, may tao. Sorry. Sorry, masyado informal. Natatawa ako dito eh. Kasi I'm like talking to myself. Anyway, on the left is the original document. On the right is my relayed out, relay out na page. Tatanungin niya sa akin, Sir, bakit may malaking space sa left? 'Di ba? Isang sayang, hindi actually sayang 'yan. That's what you call breathing space, no? In any, kasi kaysa naman dito, tinan mo, makita niyo dito paikot ang space, ang gulo, para lang siyang para lang libro, parang paperback, no? Dito naman, I did not have any picture, but ginawa ko, may I-flow. Yan. Papasok tayo dito sa structure and bonding. Malaki. Ano bababa siya, di ba? So, very, sabihin natin, logical ang kanyang flow. Ganyan lang. Pero, nakaka-attract siya. Very simple. Simple ang relay out to dyan. Ginawa ko lang kanina bago mag-starting workshop. Anyway, so that's one. Yan, okay? So, yung yan, show your readers where to go through variation in design elements. Let's go back, ha? Yan. What I changed here actually is just the title. Pinalaki ko ng todo so that the reader would just look at it. Tapos manonotice nyo, this icon, this one, itong icon na libro, yeah, it's cute. Yeah, cute siya. Nung 90s, 80s pala, nung 80s, hindi na natin masyado ginagamit yan. No? Pati ito, may objectives, may saging ba yan? I think it's a saging, no? Okay siya, no? Okay siya, kung kausap mo elementary. Oh, sorry, hindi ako nangi-insulto, I know it's just a trick para, magkaroon ng, maging attractive lang siya. Pero it's sabihin natin, too old, no? What you do is just this. Like what I did, ang tawag dyan is drop cap. It's very basic. You start a paragraph with a large, malaking letter ng organic. Nandiyan lang yan. Structure and bonding, diretso. Tapos yung objectives, I don't need to put a banana, no, to start the objective. Binold ko na lang siya, hinighlight ko ng objectives. Tapos, pansinin nyo, iba yung font niya. Diba? Iba yung font niya. Kasi this is different eh. This is a body text, no, about the topic, and this is objective. So, mag-ibang topic siya. So, you have to change the font. Later, we'll discuss on fonts. A little bit lang. But we won't touch on typography kasi baka sumabog na yung utak natin. Alright? So yun. Again, show your readers where to go through variation in design elements. Okay? May questions kayo? I hope naintindihan niyo. Okay ba yun? Okay ba yun? Gusto ko magtawag ng biktima. Pwede ba ako magtawag? Ito from ano, gusto ko makausap tong ano, ito si Sir Neil sa ESSU. Kanina kausap ko siya Sir Neil, ESSU, CCS. Ano yung CCS? Sir Neil, are you there? Salita ka. Huwag kang magtago dyan. Sir Neil, ESSU. Wala, natutulog. Sabi na nga ba, walang nakikinig sa akin eh. Sige, ayaw sumagot. Wala. Ay, baka mahina signal. Kanina napuputol siya eh. Ay, ito na lang. Sa EBSU, COE, College of Engineering ba ito? Ma'am Lalaine. Hi, Ma'am Lalaine. EBSU.
Hello po.
Oh, hi, Ma'am Lalaine. Hello. Hi, how are you? Hello?
Okay lang.
Okay lang. So, are you catching up ba? Naintindihan mo ba yung pinagdadaldal ko dito?
I think so.
I think so. I mean, nakaka-follow ka naman. Do you follow the IFO and everything? Pero anong tiniteach mo, if I may ask?
Electronics engineering po.
Oh, so yes, electronics engineering. That's challenging. So ikaw din ay gagawa rin din ng module, of course.
Apo.
Anong years ang mga tinuturo mo?
Lahat from first to graduating.
Wow, very complicated. No? So anyway, electronics naman, very interesting yan kasi marami kang pwede maidagdag, mailagay dyan sa module mo to make it a little, to spice it up, to make it a little more wow. No? Eh, nasa third tip pa lang naman tayo. But, yun. No? And Ma'am Lalaine, thank you for listening. No? May questions ka ba so far?
Mamaya na lang po siguro
Mamaya na lang.
sa dulo. Oo.
Ganun? Ganun ba yun? Oh, sige, okay lang. Actually, mahilig kasi ako sa yung binibitin-bitin ako, okay lang yan. But anyway, thank you, Ma'am Lalaine. Thank you, and I hope you learned something on the next few slides go. All right. Okay. Tip number 4. Yan. Let's go. Let's continue. Tip number 4. Use design elements sparingly. Yan. Whenever you do something, whenever you design something, you have the tendency to put a lot of irkititos like this. Ito ka. Yan, may mga, yung may saging, yung babaeng saging na to, tsaka yung libro na to. You're tempted to use design elements to make it a little more interesting. But sometimes kasi when you use these design elements, it complicates the page. It scatters yung message mo. And it becomes, yung message mo, nawawala. So, nakaka-distract na lang. So, whenever we do design, actually, tawag dyan parang minimalism eh. But it depends also to who you're talking to. But now, especially now, with the advent of technology, it's a little less, sabihin natin, not like the 70s and 80s na colorful. So, when we use design elements, like for example, a border, or a box, or an icon, we use it sparingly. For example, this is another page na. Yung kay Ma'am Lalaine na electronics, may mga ganito rin yan. May mga formula din yan eh. Tsaka yung mga schematic diagram malamang, no? Yung mga schematic diagram siguro yan, no? So, yun. So, sabihin natin parang ganyan yan. This is chemistry naman. And you can do that with also others. So, ito yung example niya. Let's try to relay out this. Boom. Yan. So, change ko yung itong page niya into one on the right. No? You can see that there's a lot of white space. No? And it becomes a little more, sabihin natin, relaxed. Hindi siya heavy, like on the left. And then, dito naman, sorry, itong nasa ilalim na to, this is supposed to be a caption. Let's say that's a caption. So the 3 columns, no, this page has 3 columns. So the 2 columns will utilize all the content, and then the left column will put some little other elements of the page, like a caption. Pwede natin lagay dyan. Ito nandito kasi hindi ko natanggal eh. Ita-type ko sana ito eh. Ilalagay din natin dapat dito sa area na to to make it breathe. So a little more ano siya. Sabihin natin more relaxed siya. No? And then I do not use, for example, itong self-assessment activity. Yan. Naka-ano siya, naka-reverse siya sa black na line. No? Sa black na box. Hindi ko siya inaabuso. Hindi ko siya ginamit dito sa electron configuration. Hindi ko siya ginamit dito. Paisa-isa lang. Kasi if you use too much of that, mako-confuse na yung audience or yung reader kung saan yung tututukan niya. But this, you know, that this self-assessment activity is separate from the body. Ito, ginawa rin ni ma'am yan eh. Ay, sorry, ni ma'am or sir. Itong dito sa original document niya, nilagyan niya ng box. But kasi ngayon, we do not use, it's a design. Hindi na kami masyadong gumagamit ng mga box na may border. That's old school, 80s and 80s na style. Pero you can use that. If you move that to the right, you follow your grid, it will look a little better. And then, itong pencil na yan, tanggalin na yan, usog mo yung self-assessment activity. I'm not sure if this is an icon for all self-assessment activity. Pero kung icon yan, sa lahat ng boxes na yan, sa sunod na mga pages, you can put it a little up. Huwag masyado dito sa gitna. No? Yan. So that's my layout for that page. I think it looks better. No? A little better. Just a little tweaking lang naman. And also the change of the font. All right. Yan. Avoid cluttering your page by using too many design elements. Yan. So that's my tip. No? Avoid cluttering your page. Don't use too much. It's like wearing makeup. If you wear too much makeup, mukha ng clown. If you put too many design elements on your page, it becomes confusing. So instead of your learners learning, nako-confuse pa siya kasi magulo ang page. Tapos tinatamad pa siyang basahin yung module mo. Pero compulsory naman yan. Wala siyang choice. But it's a lot better if it's interesting. All right. Tip number 5. Oh my God, it's already 2:15. Matatapos na tayo. Tip number 5. Yan. Choose appropriate fonts. Like what I've shown you earlier. No? The body text and then the separate boxes should have different fonts. No? Hindi na tayo magdi-discuss on what fonts are. It's a typography na yan eh. No? So for example, yan. For example, this is my usual example sa mga workshop ko. There's a statement above, Almagro arrested, and then there's another one below. Usually, I ask my participants which is more appropriate. Of course, kayo, makikita nyo, sir, mas appropriate yung nasa ilalim kasi arrested eh. No? Kasi sumisigaw siya. No, yung Almagro arrested sa ibabaw naman, it's too, sabihin natin, a little too malamya. It's like a wedding invitation. So, of course, when you use your font, it has to be appropriate dun sa ano mo. Like this one. I'll show you. Yung kanina. The self-assessment activity. Ang ginamit na font dito is, I do not know, but it's naka-italic siya na manipis. No? It doesn't show any urgency. Walang emphasis. What I did was I chose a different kind of font here para meron siyang para siyang title talaga. Hindi siya yung self-assessment activity. Kailangan siya yung may force siya. No? I hope you understand. No? Yeah. You have to choose something na para magkaroon ng emphasis. Yan. Okay? These are two types of typeface. The serif and the sans serif. Ang typeface, no? The typeface is of course the type of the font, no? Font, typeface, pareho lang yan, naintindihan natin yan. Though ang typeface is the family lang, and then the font is the family and the size. So for serif, types of font, serif is like Times New Roman. Serif is literally yung patiwil, yung malit na design dyan. Yung malit na design dyan sa text, yan, no? That's what you call a serif. Dito sa sans serif, sans is without, no? So without serif, yan, wala siyang mga extra design. Yan. Serif fonts are usually, no, used sa body text because in studies, it is more legible, it's more readable, easier to read. Kasi because of the flow of the font, the flow of the curvature and everything, it parang nagko-connect yung body text. Sans serif naman, of course, is used for headlines or titles. Yan. If you use sans serif for your body text, it's a little harder to read. No? Unless kung hihiwalay mo ng konti or kung konti lang or maliit lang na part yan. Like what I've done kanina, yung objectives, I use sans serif because maliit lang siya na portion. But for the body text, you have to use serif. No? It is more readable. All right? A question so far? Mukhang wala. Mukhang mapapabilis tayo na ito. Yeah. All right. Yan. Choosing the right font adds credibility and character to your design. Yan. Let's go visit this one. Tingnan natin, ha? Yeah. Okay. Sige. Tip number 6. Yun, we're more than halfway. No? We're more than halfway. Tip number 6. Select a proper color palette. I'm not sure, no, sa modules ninyo, no, if you're going to use colored printouts. I'm not sure. So, sino ba yung pwedeng sumagot in behalf of my question? Ano ba? From Ched siguro? Sino naman from Ched na pwede sumagot? Sir Orly?
Yes po, sir.
May guidelines na ba kayo when you create your modules? Is there any guidelines like kailangan ba colored siya or not?
About that question, sir, I think that that's one of the goals of the consortium to come up with things like decisions for the modules po. So
okay.
so far po now ngayon wala pa po.
Wala pa. Okay. Interesting. Sige. All right. Sige. So let's say, no, that, thank you, Sir Early, thank you. So let's say that the consortium, no, decides that pwede colored. That would be a lot better. If ever your module will be colored, you have to be careful in what colors you choose. No, hindi ka pwede pumili ng kahit anong color. Kasi one, baka magbago ang message mo. Yun. Yeah. These are samples of a color palette. Sample lang to. It doesn't mean na ito ay fixed. It really is a very variable. Depends on what you're creating. In this case, you're creating modules for millennials, for Gen Z, for learners. So you create something that's a little more formal, no? Or corporate. You don't use something that is feminine. You can use something that is youthful, depending on sa subject matter. No? So, yun. There's a lot of other different color palettes. But what's important is yun nga, you know the subject matter, you know who you're talking to, and you know anong gusto mong iparating sa kanila. Like for example, this is a color emotion guide. This is what I always show my participants to all of my workshops. No? Yan. These are basic colors. No? I just grabbed this from the internet. Anyway, may credits naman yan somewhere. No? So for example, yellow represents optimism, no? Clarity, warmth. Examples of the logos that use yellow are like Nikon, Subway, Best Buy, McDonald's. McDonald's kasi is very warm daw. Clear. McDo, diba? Then there's orange, like friendly. It represents friendly, cheerful, and confidence, like Nickelodeon, Fanta. Yan. Red naman, excitement, youthful, bold. Ano ba yung mga red? Yan, like Coca-Cola, diba? Canon, Ace Hardware, bold siya, Nintendo. Then for violet naman, yan, the creative, imaginative, wise. Yan, you can see Taco Bell. Imagine ito kasi marami siyang klaseng, iba't ibang klaseng products eh. Yahoo, yan, violet. Barbie, diba? And then for blue, trust, dependable, and strength. Yeah, you can see examples there like Facebook. Yeah. And even here dito sa Pilipinas, there's the Inquirer. The Inquirer uses the color blue kasi they want to be trustworthy. They want to be dependable. So blue ang color nila. And then green, you know, peaceful, growth, health, healthy. You can see Animal Planet, mga green, Greenpeace, di ba? Yun ang ano, mga color. There's a certain emotion for each color that you use. For balance and color, it's black and white. Yan, black and white. Puma, Nike, yan, Honda, yan. There are companies, no, there are brands that use multiple colors. But there is always, sabihin natin, a major primary color talaga sa mga yan. So, for your modules naman, what do you want your module to be? Ano tingin niyo? Ano kayang emotion ang gusto niyo iparating? If you noticing what I've done earlier, no, sa mga layout ko, I always use yellow. One, it's because it's bright. No? It's bright. And here, you can see in the color emotion guide, it's clear. No? Klaro siya. That's why yellow ang ginagamit ko. Yellow ang ginamit ko para makita ng tao yung fino-focus natin, i-emphasize natin. Yellow talaga siya. Alright? So kayo, ano ang gusto nyong emotion? Anong gusto nyo iparating sa mga learners nyo? Okay? Alright. Sige. Okay? Yeah. Choose a suitable color palette for a module to give the proper feel. So ano ang gusto nyong maramdaman ng mga learners nyo? Inom lang ako. Alright. And now, we are on our last slide. Ako, ang bilis. Orly, anong gagawin natin sa excess time? No? 7 na tayo. Yan. Ito, importante ito. Lalo na sa inyo, no? I notice kasi, lalo na mga teachers ko, when they make exams, mga examination papers dati, ayan, ngayon, lalo na mga handouts, ngayon naman, modules ang ginagawa ninyo. Dati, handouts, 2 pages, 3 pages lang. Ngayon, modules, it's like 30 to 50 pages, no? Kada subject. And you'll be designing your own modules. You'll be creating them. And maraming elements dyan. No? So, importante yung pag-resize. So, what do you usually resize? Sa isang document, ano yung nare-resize dyan? No? Yan. Ang nare-resize dyan, usually sa document, is photos, no? Mga pictures na nilalagay nyo dyan. Example, picture ng isang covalent bond, ng isang chemical reaction or isang professor or what, or photo ng kung anong activity, or kung anong photo na that will accompany your text. And then there's text. Yung text naman, no, for example, mga headline, when you resize it to make it bigger, what do you do? How do you do it? And then also logos. If there are logos, what do you do with logos? Huh? For example, for photos, this is a photo of a commercial model. No? Kuha ko lang sa internet yan. No? So, napulot ko lang yan. No? Pero anyway, okay lang naman sa kanya yan. No? So, i-resize natin yung photo niya. So, this is how you should resize your photo. It should be proportionate. No? Do not resize your photo like this. Kasi there are times when I look at documents, pinipilit ninyo. No? Binamaliit nyo, nagiging punggok tuloy yung model na yan. No? So, lumiliit siya, nagiging punggok, and it's distorted. The photo is distorted. When you resize, do not forget to resize proportionately. The width, no, and the length. Sabay. What happened? Wala kayo. Ay, there. Yan. Yan. So, thumbs down yung ginawa ninyo dun sa isang photo sa ilalim. No? Next is the text. Like what I've done kanina, and I shown you, no, the headline ninyo is a maliit. So, kailangan palakihin. When you resize, you have to resize proportionally as well. Kasi if you resize like that, no, for the sake of just to extend it, pero yung height niya, maintain niya, so nagiging ganyan. Nangyayari, nagiging iba yung font niyan. So nasisira na naman ang ating design aesthetic. So actually, design aesthetic, it makes it a little more confusing kung pangit ang inyong pagre-resize ng mga text. No? And then, for logos, for example, sa Nissan, no? When you resize, it has to be proportion again. No? Do not do this. When you resize a logo, never distort the logo. Pwede kayong kasuhan yan. No? Pwede kayong reklamuhan or whatever. There was I'll tell you one story. No? There was a car show that I organized a few years ago. No? And then we created the tarpaulin. And then one sponsor of ours was Mitsubishi. No? Ang logo nila, actually, na parang na-distort nung nagle-layout dun sa pinaprintan namin ng tarpaulin. Nagreklamo yung manager sa Mitsubishi because mali daw ang logo kasi distorted niya. Ang ginawa namin, tinanggal lahat ng mga billboard, lahat ng mga tarpaulin sa buong city at pinalitan kasi baka kami demandahin ng Mitsubishi. So you have to be very careful, no? Especially that your documents will be distributed widely. Your modules will be distributed to teachers. If a company sees that, well, baka ma-insulto, hindi kayo makapag-apply doon o mademanda kayo, di ba? Yan. Just be, you have to respect each logo, each picture, each text. Okay? Yan. Respect all elements by resizing proportionately. Alright. Okay. So, nakuha na ba natin? Okay lang ba? Okay. These tips, these tips that I've been sharing for the past few minutes, aga pa natin, no? Look, it's only 2:30. No? All these tips that I've been sharing you were all experience-based. You cannot find that in any book. Anyway, like now, I've tweaked it para sa inyo. Change ko naman for modules naman. But for each different participants, market that I talk to, nag-change tong mga tips ko. And it depends also kung ano ang need nila. No? So these tips, if you combine all of them, if you remember all of them, will vastly improve yung design ng modules niyo. So it will become a little more organized. It will become a little more consistent. It will also become a little more interesting. And by interesting means that your learners You'll be more interested to read it. You'll be more interested to look through it, to memorize it, than just passing through it at napipilitan lang silang magbasa ng mga module niya. Ano yan eh? It's like giving candy. Pampano lang, pampakam on lang yan. It's all marketing. May come on yan eh, para magka-interest sila din sa mga ginagawa niya. So yun, anyway, this was supposed to be our last slide, no? Pero may bonus na lang ako sa inyo, no? So for my last tip, no, tip number 8. This is actually swerte that Sir Orly chose number 7 because the 8th tip is a bonus tip. It's the most important tip of all. Yan. When confused, start again. No, whenever you create a document, or whenever, actually, it's a tip of one of my editors before at ABS. No? Whenever I write an article or a piece or investigative piece, it's hard to start. Sometimes ang hirap umpisahan, or sometimes, the body text kasi you know the content eh. But how to start it? And when you get to start it, you get confused on how to end it. No? Sometimes you keep on rambling, and it never ends. So what do? What my editor told me was to just crush it and throw it in the trash. Just punitin, tapon nyo, or delete, and start again. And I also do that when I design. Sometimes when I design, I get stumped. You know what stump is, of course. I get stumped, I get confused, and I can't move on to the next design part, to the next page. So what I do, I just delete all and I start all over again. No? Because sometimes a confused mind only needs a clean canvas. Kumbaga sa atin, bagong buhay. No? If you're confused, start all over again. Relax. You know? Drink water. And then start all over again. Design, is very innate. Design is innate. When you look at something, when you look at a newspaper, when you look at a magazine, when you look at a packaging, anything, you know if it's interesting or not. You are not a designer, but we are innately creative because we are visual beings. We think in pictures, we think in images. So when you look at something, we know if it's nice or not, if it's attractive or not. Yeah? So as teachers, as instructors, like me, I also teach. Yan. Design with your learners in mind. You have to think how they think. Will they be interested? Magkaka-interest ba sila dito? Mabobore ba sila dito? Matututo ba sila rito? Will they be asking questions? Or will they be confused? Think how they think. That's how you know your market. When you know your market, your audience, you'll know what to do. Then you use your grids, you use your correct font, you use the correct color, you minimize the design element, you respect resizing, combine all of that, and you have a better module. So yeah. So thank you. And that has been my presentation on Design Rocks, making me to wow through design. If you have any questions. Hi, Sir Neil. Hello again. Nagpakita ka.
Hey, sir, hello.
Tawag kita, hindi mo pinansin.
Sir, nasa restroom ako kanina.
Sana nagsabi ka, nag-restroom na lang sa... Wala tayong restroom. May restroom break ba tayo?
Pwede, sir. Pwede naman.
O sila, paano yung mga baka tulog na nga yung mga participants natin eh.
Sir, if there are queries po and questions
Pwede
to Director Almadro, we can now cater them. You can
Yes, pwede. Or just call me Aaron na lang or Sir Aaron. Nakakatawa kasi yung director eh. Natutuwa talaga ako.
Opo, Sir Almadro.
I was surprised Director Almadro talaga. Kasi nakakaya naman yung poster puro doctor. Ako wala akong title. Yeah, anyway. Thank you so much. Sige.
But we have some questions already here.
Meron na. Diyos ko, patay tayo dyan.
Sir, here's a question from the Zoom chat room. Yung question po is,
meron?
where are you using in layouting, sir?
What I use InDesign, Adobe InDesign and layouting. It's a desktop publishing software. It's a parang counterpart ng Windows Publisher. You know what? Windows Publisher is very basic. But publishing companies do not use Publisher anymore. But you use that for sa schools. That's okay because it's very basic. It's easy to use. It's user-friendly. But limited ang kanyang flexibility. With Adobe InDesign, you can do a lot of things. No? And you can even lay out, design, anything. I always lay out in InDesign. Even my slides are made in InDesign. I do not use PowerPoint because it's mahirap gamitin yung PowerPoint. You can't design much on PowerPoint. It's a little complicated. Very stiff ang PowerPoint. So I use Adobe InDesign when you design.
Sir, can you recommend, sir, to our faculty members that are present, any free software that we can use to do layout?
Free software. Wala, this is online, no? Hindi pala. This is live. Yes, free. There's a lot of free software, pero on top of my mind, wala akong maisip, no? Pero kasi InDesign is, InDesign is very expensive now. And it has to be licensed. And I can't say that you should use unlicensed, but you have to use licensed software. No, do not use pirated. Do not use pirated. Wink, wink. Pero yun, for free software, you can use Publisher. No? Publisher is free naman, no? Sa inyo.
All right.
Publisher ba is free sa inyo? Yeah, you can use Publisher. Actually, you can use
always, sir, sa Microsoft.
Yes,
Office.
kasama siya, no? Yes. That's where I say I forgot. I'm not a Windows user talaga eh. Pero I know there's another software that you can use layout. Pero Publisher is okay, lalo na for documents that has 2 pages or more, 50 pages more. Importante yung ganito, yung publishing, desktop publishing software like Microsoft Publisher.
Okay, thank you, sir. Another question, sir, is can you, sir, recommend any website with free photos, sir, and design na hindi po magiging liable yung faculty members sa any authorship ng image?
Actually, that topic I will be discussing later dun sa create copy but don't copy, no? Plagiarism and actually copyright. Basically, the topic later, it's not really on writing. No? I will be focusing on visuals again. Sa copy naman, I know that our teachers are experts in this topic, and plagiarism is not a problem, no, sa mga educators natin. I was talking to my friends at CHED, yun nga, it's more of the images and design and something, mga ganyan, mga copyright. And plagiarism is more of a case sa mga students natin. No? But for us kasi very particular tayo sa plagiarism. So later, it will be more of an open forum dun sa topic later natin sa create copy but don't copy. So I'll discuss that later. A little tip lang. Anyway, free-flowing tayo later. Free-flowing tayo dun sa about plagiarism and copywriting later.
Sir, another question from YouTube. Is there a specific study that really spells out what the learners prefer that attract their attention?
Yes, a study, no. It varies kasi dun sa audience natin, no? Like not only sa demographics but also geographical. Like there's a study sa US, it's different. In Asia, it's different. But yung studies natin, no, I've read, no, yun nga, about the Gen Z at saka millennials, nandito tayo sa Asian, sa mga Chinese, no. What I've shown kanina is a result of that study. No, yung attention span ng generation natin, tayong mga Gen Z tsaka millennials, no? Sir Neil, no? Ano ka na, 'di ba? Millennial ka rin, 'di ba? Di ba? So millennials like us, no? Yun. Though a little more mature na tayo, mga early millennials tayo eh. Early millennials. Pero yung mga Gen Z ngayon, yun yung mga TikTok the TikTok generation, the YouTube, Facebook generation, no? The attention span is a little shorter. That's why for us educators, we have to wow them. We have to shock them. We have to give them more visuals, make them more excited. You know, to create a topic more excited, we have to make it more design centric. Ganon. Yun ang importante ngayon. Lalo na ngayon, design-centric. If you choose, like kanina, when I showed examples, the left page and the right page, what would you read more? The left or the right? I think you'll read the one that I designed because it's a little more dynamic. So, yeah.
Sir,
Right.
another question, sir, this is from our chat group here for the content development team. Uh, Between texts and pictures, which is easier daw to read, sir?
Easier to read. You don't read pictures, joke. Pero actually, ganito. Ano yan eh? Like for example, sa commercial product like a magazine, you have to have equal text, you have to have equal pictures. No? Kasi kung puro pictures lang yan, it would also be very heavy. But there's also captioning, no? So for each, ganito, rule of thumb, for every picture, you have to put a caption. Turo yan ng editorial director ko sa ABS, no? Even, I'm sorry to the religious, no? Even a picture of Jesus Christ, you have to caption. Because we do not know how Jesus Christ looks like. So maglagay ka ng isang mistiso na bunguton na naka-white na dress, you put Jesus Christ. You caption everything. You have to caption everything. Yeah. All right. So yun. Basically, easier to read, easier to look at, siguro, our pictures. Easier to look at our pictures. Through the pictures, the learner will read.
Sir, another question, sir. Siguro last 3 questions before. Sir, do you have another set of topic, no, sir, after this?
No, sige lang. Continue lang tayo kasi sige. Later na lang. Magbe-break tayo. So, usap tayo later, Sir Neil, regarding sa next na presentation.
sir,
But continue lang, no problem. We have a lot of time.
Sir, do you have, sir, a sample module layout daw, sir, with a picture shown in the 3-column design? So
no, not yet. But kasi I got the module na, I got a sample module kasi actually I don't know what a module talaga is, no. And then I read it. Okay, interesting. What I've done kanina, what I've shown you, walang picture yun. But it's easier to design if there's a picture. It's easier to look at. I do not have example now, but when I show, anyway, this presentation now is can be shared to the educators naman, no? Yung mga slides ko kanina about the grids, there are examples there, 3 columns, and there are pink boxes. Those are the pictures. So you can put the placement of the pictures there. Those are examples. And basta importante is yung iFlow, malaking picture, and then text. So there's a big picture, always a big image, then headline, and then text. Basta parang laging ganun. So I didn't have an example of a picture kasi for that module, chemistry, ang hirap eh. Alam mo yun, hirap maglagay ng picture sa organic chemistry. I wanted to put a covalent bond, pero weird eh. I wanted to show how to relay out an example module na ginawa ng real educator, how to tweak it using the same materials. All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, another question. Siguro, sir, last 4 questions.
Okay lang. Kahit ilan, no problem. Marami tayong oras.
Another question, sir, is the grid layout appropriate also in creating online materials since with web pages nowadays use responsive layouts?
Yes. Grids. Grid, no, layout is not only for, actually grid is for everything, no. If you look at web pages, you can see boxes all around. You can see columns all around. Those are all grids. You can notice naka-grid lahat yan. Even YouTube naka-grid. You can see how many columns are there. No? Actually, the grid based, no, it's what you call modular. May mga boxes all throughout. Print is adapting to online. If people still read newspapers like Inquirer, you can check out the Inquirer or you can check out Manila Bulletin. Lately, you can notice na ang style nila as parang mukha na siyang Facebook. No? Grid-like na siya. No? So for online, dapat talaga naka-grid yan. Kasi if you do not use grids and it's text-heavy, walang magbabasa niyan. If you notice websites, web pages, no, even Facebook, there are small boxes all around. It's very modular. Even when you look at your pictures, you notice yung mga pictures na sa photos sa Facebook, everyone has social media, click on photos, makita niyo may malaking picture, automatic may maliliit. Di ba? Kasi it's all about focus eh. If you click now at your Facebook page, click on photos, may malaking picture bigla. Na dati, it's all same sizes. Pero now, may malaki, may maliit. Because eye flow is everything. Yun. Okay.
Another question from our group chat is, gaano sir daw kadami yung pictures na pwede at most probably sa isang page, sa isang module?
Yun. Thank you for that. Thank you for that wonderful question. From ano yun? Dapat pinapangalanan mo pala, no? Wala ka. I can't hear you.
Sir, yes sir. Pwede yung pangalan. This is from Ma'am Eileen of ESSU.
Ma'am Eileen. Hi, Ma'am Eileen. Thank you for that wonderful question. So, how many pictures dapat? No? There's no rule of thumb kung how many pictures na pwede mo ilagay. Go crazy. Fill the whole page with pictures. No? Wala naman limit actually ang modules natin. Eh. Wala pang ang guidelines ang CHED. Eh. No? Unlike sa amin sa magazine kasi, we are constricted by the number of pages. No? That's why usually sa magazine namin, only around 40% pictures. Pero ano eh, you can go crazy. Like one page full of pictures or one whole big picture. Then next is the body text. Pwedeng ganun. You can go crazy. There's no limit on how many pictures you can put and how big the picture you have to resize. Yan. As long as hindi siya yung mukhang photo album na. Dapat may malaking picture and then malilit na picture. So walang fixed guideline even in design kung how many pictures you put, as long as wala kang limit dun sa page numbers mo and yung text mo is comfortably placed inside the page. Walang problema yun. Ma'am Eileen, thank you.
All right, sir. Ang dami-daming questions, sir.
Talaga? Okay lang. Okay lang, ubusin natin oras kasi wala akong presentation mamaya. Joke lang.
All right, sir. Question from Zoom chat room. Yung first question po is, how many font sizes and font styles daw po yung appropriate per page?
Okay, good. Good question. That's good. For for a document like ours, module, only 2 to 3 fonts pwede. Ideally, 2 to 3 fonts. More than that, mas maging complicated na. That's why when I told you about respect the elements, yung pag-resize ng font, kasi if you change the size of the font, yung itsura niya, additional font yan. Ibang itsura niya eh. Like for example, ang Arial, pag ginpundok mo ito, ginsuksok mo, iba na font na yan. Naging copperplate Gothic na yan. So ibis na 2 fonts ka lang, Arial and Times New Roman, binago mo yung itsura ng isang font, naging 3 na yan. So ngayon, ideally, that's what was taught, 2 to 3 kasi it lessens the, and especially, what we're doing is modules naman eh. We're not making a magazine. We're not making a showbiz chismis magazine. So, lessen the fonts. 2 to 3 is enough. Para hindi na kayo, complicate. It's easier to work with less fonts so that you can focus more on your subject. Okay.
Okay. Another question, sir, from Sir Allen. Should the source of all pictures, sir, probably be used or be cited on the module?
Yes. That's part of my plagiarism discussion later. No? Yes, you have to cite your source. As long as you cite your source, hindi ka mahirapan. You have to cite. Di ba? Kahit even sa Facebook mayroon sila nilalagay na CTTO, which is actually unethical. CTTO sa Facebook is credit to the original. Credit to the original. That's unethical. Kung magka-credit ka naman lang, credit the person, credit the website, credit the link. When you go scroll to my first presentation about market, yung Gen Z, sa millennial, sa gilid, naglagay ako ng link kung saan galing yung photo. Kasi dinownload ko lang sa Google, So para hindi tayo mademanda, meron akong credit sa gilid kung saan ko kinuha yung photo. So that, sabihin natin, no, that washes your hands of any legal repercussions.
Okay, Sir Almadro, siguro pwede na tayo mag-proceed to your next topic.
Talaga? Mag-proceed na ba tayo? Patay tayo dyan. We can have a break muna.
Sige, ilang minutes, sir? O how many minutes?
Kayo, 10 minutes. Para mag-snack muna sila. 10 minutes? Okay ba 10 minutes of participants?
Tanong natin, Sir Orly.
Sir Orly, magbe-break ba yung mga bata natin? Joke, mga teachers natin?
10 minutes.
Sir, may we have the announcement na lang po muna, Sir Neil.
Alright.
You have the announcement, sir, di ba?
Okay, yes.
Announcement.
Sige, sir.
Alright, so while Sir Almadro is still preparing for his presentation, we have some few announcements for all our focals. So the Google Classroom for the interinstitutional collaboration is now open. Just look for the link of your respective discipline on the HEIs FLMC content development page that is on Facebook and enroll as a student. This will allow you to interact with other educators from other institutions handling similar discipline in producing your modules. Materials such as PowerPoint slides and videos from this webinar series are now available. The link and the QR code are posted on the same page. That is the EVHEI FLMSC content development page. This link will automatically update once new materials will be available. Please help us in sharing this to our teachers who will join us asynchronously. Another is we have updated the attendance forms to accommodate our participants from private higher education institutions. So if you have friends who are teaching in private HEIs, please invite them to this webinar and let them accomplish the attendance sheets so they will be able to receive certificates as well. Thank you. So, Sir Almadro, are we good? Perhaps we can have a 5-minute break, and then we'll wait for Sir Almadro to be ready with his presentation. All right, so our 10-minute break is already done. May we request Sir Aaron Almadro if he's already ready with his presentation, the second leg of his presentation. Sir?
Hi, Neil. I told you to call me.
Ay, sorry, sir. So paano po ba, sir? Okay, ready na po?
Dali. You call me first.
Okay, all right, sir. All right. So maybe we can now proceed to the second leg of the talk of Sir Aaron J.P. Almadro for this afternoon session. So once again, Sir Aaron J.P. Almadro.
Hello. Welcome back to our show. Yes. Hi, good afternoon everyone. Again, no? So a little disclaimer. Mag-disclaimer muna tayo. So for the next part, no, actually magkakaroon tayo ng slide. Uy, ano nangyari? Dali ah. Oops. Naka-open yung YouTube ko eh. So nag-echo ako. Anyway, so meron tayong slight change in plans. Instead of the basic presentation, we'll have more of a question and answer forum for this part of the presentation. So ako pa rin naman ang speaker, and nagkataon kasi the topic basically is sabihin natin mali. No, it's not about text, no, like what I mentioned earlier. It's about more of aesthetics, like yung kanina about the pictures, about the design, more on the output. Kasi when it comes to the content naman, I think yung mga speakers nyo before, no, are more capable of giving you inputs on that. No? I'm more of a design guy. So if questions about copyrights and actually plagiarism, no, more on text naman. No. I really thought it was more on the text, but I found out that my topics was supposed to be more on the design and aesthetics of the modules. All right. So, yun. Anyway, if you can start the ball rolling.
All right, sir. So probably we can continue with the various questions that were left unanswered, sir, kanina.
Oo nga, may questions din ako nakita sa YouTube when I was visiting.
All right, sir. Sir, read ko muna yung mga questions kanina pa for dito sa group sa Zoom chat natin, no, na hindi na answer. And then probably we can continue with YouTube and Facebook. All right. So one question here says po na since more pictures will bloat the printing cost, what is your general suggestion in design for those who have lesser budget?
Sir Romeo Toring from VSU, no?
Yes, Professor.
Actually, I'm not sure kung saan ka nagpiprint, no? I think no, so mga regular mga printing shop, pag colored, no? May colored, may dagdag bayad. No? I guess it's that, no? But if magma-mass production ka, wala, it's regardless of the cost, no? Anyway, if you want to have less expensive na printed materials, pwede naman yung black and white eh. As long as there are visuals, there's images, pwede naman yung black and white na para dun. Anyway, even if you only have 2 colors, it doesn't prevent you from designing your module to be a little more interesting. Even if there are 2 colors, 3 colors, okay lang yan. So it's regardless kung malaking picture, marami, ganun din naman yan. It's more of how you present your document, your module.
All right. Sir, I don't know if we can accommodate this probably because I think this will take time. But one of our focals from, I don't know from what, this is from YouTube. Sir, is it okay if you can give us some sample demo in designing daw? I don't know if we can do this.
Sample demo in designing. Pwede ko i-share yung screen ko, no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Actually, pwede, no? Ano ba? Sige. While you ask me questions, I'll prepare my InDesign. I-open ko lang. Tapos later, I'll show it to you. Sige. I can do that when we start. Para magde-demo ako, we can start with, maybe I can relay out one of the pages, no? One of the pages na pinakita ko kanina. Sige. Yeah, I can do that. Wala kang audio, Sir Neil.
Yes, sir. Another question here, sir, is regarding the user friendliness probably of Adobe InDesign daw. Is it okay is it user friendly to new users daw?
Yes. Actually, I guess no, may experience naman sila, sir. Sino nagtanong nun? Anyway.
This is from Ched, ROA.
Okay. Okay, dyan lang. Okay, taga Ched. User friendly, yes. InDesign actually is a little is user friendly. If you experience publisher, actually mas na-complicate pa ako sa publisher. I'm not sure kung bakit or baka nasanay ako sa InDesign. But yes, it's very basic. Kaya naman. It's a lot user friendly now. And ang kagandahan kasi sa InDesign now, yung pictures mo sa grid nagsasnap. Unlike before, when it was called PageMaker pa, you have to really align a picture or text to the grid, to the column. Pwede pa siya lumampas. Now, naglalak siya. Kung may grid dyan, papasok mo yung picture, yan, maglalak siya, hindi na siya gagalaw. So, very user-friendly in design. Yes.
So first, sir, I think we have already covered almost all of the questions because some of the questions are just repetition sa mga questions kanina. I'm trying to browse at some of the other questions. Other comments, sir, are more of these are more of comments rather than questions. Sabi ng one of our viewers from YouTube is it's very interesting, useful, and insightful. Thank you, Sir Almadro.
Wow.
The module makeover now, sir, that you were showing a while ago is turning out quite well. It's both an upgrade and an update.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you can emulate, no? You can gayahin niyo, walang problema. No? And if you need advice naman, okay lang. I don't know, how will you ask me? Email siguro? You can share my email, something like that. Or maybe the schools can communicate with me. I do workshops naman sa schools naman. Pero ngayon, I guess pwede siya online. So, mas madali. Yun. Anyway, I have to add pala, no? Dun sa title ko pala, no? Actually, it's sabi nga ng one of my writer friends, no? Yung title ko dun para dun sa plagiarism, create copy but don't copy. No? Sabi, that's ingenious daw. Tako nga, interesting siya, no? It's about yung writing. Create, kasi we call text, we call articles, we call it copy, no? So we create copy, we create text. That's why we have copy editors. Copy editors, those who edits articles, no? So when you create copy, that's an original piece. So if you create copy, please don't copy. That's a weakness of students, lalo na mga book review, mga term papers. I was like that before. No, I used to copy kasi mahubya, lalo pag kailangan ko submit, copy paste. And unfortunately, our teachers, our instructors, magaling maghanap na, ay, this is Mr. Almadro, this is plagiarized. Huh? Really? How did you find out? Before, you have to read a lot. No? Instructors, educators have to read a lot to find out if this certain piece was plagiarized or not. Now, it's a lot easier. No? There are apps, there are programs that you purchase, but actually, you don't need to purchase it. All you have to do, just copy a bulk of the text, post it on Google, enter. Pag may lumabas na pareho, makikita nyo. I've done that with my class in one of the universities in Tacloban. Hindi ko lang ni-name kung either UP Tacloban or EDU Tacloban. But unfortunately, the whole class, hinulog ko. Kasi every piece, I had an assignment kasi, I gave them an assignment to write an essay about marketing. And then they submitted to me their results. Ginawa kong group para mas easier. Ayun, copy-pasted from articles found in the internet. All I had to do was just copy a few sentences, I pasted it on Google, lumabas yung article. So as I told them, I'm sorry, all of you, 5. Hulog. Walang 3, walang 4. 5 for this assignment. So hinulog ko sila lahat because of plagiarism. And I hate that you have to plagiarize. All you have to do is read it, understand it, and share kung anong naintindihan mo. So yun. So when you create copy, don't copy. It's easy to find out. That's all the tool you need. So yun lang mga mabibigay kong tip. Google is your friend. Google is all our friend. So, yun. All right, so let's go back to sa design naman or whatever. Sir Neil?
Okay, all right, sir. Sir, before siguro mag-start ka ng demo mo, another question here from YouTube is, a module contains several lessons in a unit that each lesson practically follows the same strategy or parts. Is it okay to use the same format or layout for all the lessons?
Yes. So, no. Kailangan mo mag-tweak ng konti. Do not make it as a template. For example, you can vary it naman Tsaka hindi mo kasi fix because the number of words varies, no? It varies from article to article, from chapter to chapter. And also even the pictures. Kasi there are pictures that are horizontal, landscape, di ba? Vertical. So talaga magbabago talaga layout. Huwag kang gagawa ng template. Huwag kang gagawa ng template because this is not a 80s nga website. Before, sa 80s website, naka-fix yan. Isang picture dito, text. Next page, picture dito, text. 80s yun. But now you can see variation in design. It's very dynamic. You can also do that with your modules. Especially now, like yung kanina example ko, they had assessment test, di ba? You can put that anywhere actually. Para to break the monotony, you can put it here sa taas, pwede nyo lagay sa gitna, pwede nyo lagay sa gilid, no? So it will change. The whole layout will change. Just by moving one block of picture, one block of text, magbabago na lahat yan. So try to avoid making a template na fixed ang design mo because the student will be confused. Baka ma-confuse, ano bang page to? Same lang itsura niya. So make it variable para at least easier to understand. No? Even sa, sa mga kaibigan kong law students, well, lawyer na sila ngayon, they're also visual. Now, one of my friends, she's a judge now. Her law books are very boring. It's text heavy. What she does was she draws like little butterflies, little flowers. They put many images ba? Because people think in images. So now when she thinks of a law, she remembers this butterfly. She remembers this ribbon. Executive order churva, ganyan. Is beside this ribbon. So mas naalala. So if your learners will also remember the visuals of your modules. It's easier to remember text if it's visually comparative. Like there's a picture of an angel here, and then you have a topic about covalent bonds. Maalala niya, whenever she sees an angel, she knows or he knows that it's a covalent bond. So parang ganon. So try to change, mix and match.
All right. Another question, sir, is ano po ba, sir, daw yung mga fonts na pwedeng gamitin for free, and ano ba yung mga fonts na hindi pwedeng gamitin? Siguro yung mga for commercial use na font. Yes,
actually naman, lahat naman, you can visit thefont.com. That's what I usually do, thefont, DAFONT.com. Ang daming font makikita dyan. But mako-confuse ka lang kasi sobrang dami. What you can do na lang siguro, just stick with the fonts that are available on your computer. No? You have to just keep it short and simple. Just keep it very simple. Keep it simple. Kasi if you're not yet used to using different kinds of fonts, baka ma-confuse ka lang. Therefore now, use what's available in your computer. Yun na lang muna. And then explore in time. It takes time naman eh. Basta be sure to 2 to 3 fonts lang. For heads, gamitin nyo sans serif. For body text, serif. And then mix and match din. Just observe, read through it, see if hindi siya mabigat. Hindi siya mabigat tingnan. Alright.
Alright, sir, maybe we can proceed with your demo if you're already.
Sige, sure. Okay. Let me open muna. Okay. How do I share? Where's it? Alright. Ay, man. Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you see? Kikita niyo ba?
Your
Alright. So this is InDesign. So, yeah. So these are the two pages that I've laid out earlier. Ginawa ko yan kanina before tayo mag-lecture. So anyway, let's start from scratch. I-create tayo ng new document. Usually kasi ang document na ginagamit niyo, what I've seen kasi dun sa sample module was 8.5 by 11, which is a letter size. So, ayan. Ayun. Ayan. You can see, there's a blank page. There's already margins. Now, mag-create ako ng columns. Automatic na yan. Gagawa akong 3 columns na siya. Now, let's, for example, meron tayong article. Kukunin ko lang na dito. Kuha tayo ng article dito. For example, ito, nakuha ko sa Word. Text. Tapos, kukuha tayo ng picture. Yan. There's a picture. This is for visual example lang. So the picture does not correlate with the article and also the body text. All right. Yeah. So So for example, you have a picture, you have an article, gusto mo yung layout. Now we have 3 columns. Now, it's easier to lay out with 3 columns kasi mas madali lang yan. No? So for example, the picture, like what I told, dapat meron siyang central visual impact. So let's make the picture that, no? And then we put this head. Where do we put the head? It can either be on top or it can be on bottom. For now, let's put that on bottom. No? Then let's put this here. Yan. So yan ang maging itsura niya. Tapos, tinanong sa akin kanina kung pwede palakihin, paliitin. Pwedeng palakihin niya, walang problema. Yan. But proportionate. Okay. Pwede nga natin pa-unique yan. No? So, pwede natin palakihin na lang talaga. Palakihin talaga natin. Kung makita natin ito. May music tayo na background, no? So, that's one. Sabihin natin, may picture tayo na ganyan. Tapos kukuha tayo ng... Yeah, for example, yan, may objectives tayo. So, ito na ano na siya. Yun. So, nagbago bigla. Because I put a box there, nagbago bigla yan niya, design niya. All right. So, that's one page. No? For example, that's an example. No? Kaya natin ganyan yan. So, that's one. Because this is a caption. So, this is a caption. Like what I told you earlier, you have to caption all pictures. So, mga rule of thumb dyan, even sa magazine or books, you don't have to put, you don't have to put the caption of that photo dun sa photo mismo. You can put it down here. Down here is okay. Okay? Yan. So, I can put the caption down here. As long as meron tayong nakalagay na above. Yan. All right. Ano nangyayari? Ba't tahimik? Okay lang ba kayo dyan? Sorry Mabilis kasi ako mag-layout eh. Alright. So done. Alright. Sige. Sir Neil. Everyone, anyone?
Sir.
Comments? So that's an example. Pwedeng ganyan. We can also do a different one if you want. The tiny page. Kasi parang magazine-like. Basta, masyado naman magazine yun. Mahirap naman yun, sir. Masyadong pa naman. So pwede natin simplihan if you want. Simplihan natin, yung kanina. Natin paliitin. Ganyan. Para traditional, pwede. No problem. You can do that. Kalikin siya. Oops. Pwede ganyan. Para textbooky siya, hindi siya mukhang magazine. Pwede rin. Diba? So, balik natin to. So, yung black. Yun. Huwag kayong matakot, no? Kasi mabilis ako mag-layout talaga. Do not be afraid. Basta at your own pace, no? Pero at least may idea na kayo. Yan. Tapos, yung caption, dito natin nalagay. Tapos, yun. So, may white space. No? White space, may picture, caption, nasa taas. Or pwede rin ganito. It's a lot more busy. Pwede na. Ito, pwede. Pang module, okay lang. Pang textbook. Diba? So, yun. Questions, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, sir. Ang galing-galing niyo po, sir.
Maraming magaling na mga teachers yan. Nanonood niyan.
So do we have some more questions to our participants here in Zoom? Probably we can ask some more questions. Sir, here's another question. Can we now use some, what do you think about using some clip arts in design?
Yeah, yes, pwede. Yung mga clip arts kasi, yung kanina, di ba, yung module kanina may banana na babae, may pencil, those are clip arts. Pwede naman magamit yan kasi that's free. No? So okay naman yan. Oops. Anyway. Alright, galing. So pwede natin magamit yung clip arts and you can also, actually, ano naman eh, what you're doing naman is not a commercial product. So, hindi kayo kakasuhan yan. It's educational kasi and it's personal. Kayo gumawa niyan eh. Hindi nyo may yung binibenta yan eh. No? So I think we're free to use naman that. If it's for a cost naman, it's for students, it's not being sold. No? So the images that you use, as long as you credit them na lang para safe tayo. Yun.
All right. Maybe some of our participants can ask about plagiarism in terms of photos and the likes. Do you have some questions about that? Sir, my personal question, sir, is have you encountered any situation wherein may nagreklamo sa picture na ginamit or something?
Yes, actually ako. No? Kasi online, because my magazine, we do a lot of shoots. Because there was a page, Facebook page, actually a website din eh, that used our picture. One of the most famous picture that lagi na pa-plagiarize sa amin, nagagamit, is our picture of the binagol. No? Makita niya, Wet 8 magazine, binagol, shoot ng kaibigan kasi Hazel Caballero. Laging ginagamit yan. Basta binagol siya, nasa puting plato, naka-slice, may dahon pa ng gumamela. Yun, laging na ginagamit yan. So I always, when that happens, all you have to do talaga is just write them. Kung ikaw, if you own the photo, write them, and they can put it down or just credit properly. Even sa magazine industry, what we always do is, if may mag-complain na nga we just credit them properly. All you have to do is credit them properly. Kung hindi magpabayad, credit them properly. Pag magpabayad, still credit them properly. No? You have to credit them. So, so far, wala pa naman nagagalit sa akin kasi I ask permission. Even in my newspaper before, Gahong Weekly and also Eastern Visayas Tribune, I just search online. I look at the pages. I see mahilig kasi mga bata mag-photography, mag-shoot ng ano-ano. Then I message, hi, can I use your photo for it? You will be credited. And I'll give you copies of the newspaper when it comes out. Okay na sila. No? We do not pay them kasi they are not professional photographers yet. So sabihin natin na wala pa silang karapatang bayaran. Okay naman yung credit exposure. So as long as you credit them, okay na yan. Hindi kayo makakasuhan or what. Anong show the two? Mr. Jeffrey Okay, can I request to show the two models? Anong models? May mga model ako dito. O sample ng ng page. I guess sample ng page, no? Jeff? Sir Jeffrey? Okay? Okay? Sir Jeffrey?
Ayan sir, yung sample daw, sabi niya, yes, yung sample.
Okay. Share. Yan. That's one. Just imagine na lang that this photo, imagine this photo is a chemistry photo. No? Pwede. Maghanap na akong photo. Tapos yan. Ito yung isa. So that's one. Ito, change ko na lang para hindi kayo mahirapan. Kasi nalilito siguro kayo. Ito may sinasave akong photo na bagay. Alright. Ito. Yan. Yan. Alright. A lot better. Diba? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yan. So, structure and bonding. Yan. Yung bagay yan. It's a lot better. Tapos ito, since marami mga dito sa so ililipat ko ito dito. Yan. Tapos I can, kasi depende sa photo yan eh. Yan. Pwede ko na siya i-center. So, nagbago na uli because sa photo mo. And mas bagay na siya ngayon kasi yellow, green, pwede. Pwede. I love it. No? Pwede ko nga change to eh. Very good. Violet. So, Sir Jeff, okay ba, Sir Jeff? Okay.
Okay. Sir, last question for today's session, probably before we proceed to our awarding of certificate. Sir, this is from Sir Wenceslao from PIT. Sir, I don't know if you have tried Adobe Spark online, but they have watermark on their images. Or are images with watermarks, can the images with watermarks be used for our modules?
Actually, yes. Okay lang. Yeah, okay lang kasi what you're creating naman are not commercial products naman. So okay lang naman yung watermark. The watermarks are actually protection ng users yan eh. But if it's just for illustrative purposes naman, I think it's no harm naman in using with watermarks. But there are a lot of other photos that are free, no, copyright free, or if not, no, walang watermark. So I think it's better choose na lang wala kung pwede, no? Kung kaya. Pero kung talagang perfect talaga yung photo na yan, as in perfect din sa piece mo, sa module mo, and you really want to use that, okay lang. Walang problema. Kasi hindi man commercial to eh. But if like for us, sa newspaper or sa magazine, it's a big no-no. No? Copyrighted na nga siya, watermark. Yan nilagyan ng watermark yan eh, para hindi agawin, para hindi i-pirate, para hindi i-produce. Pero for sa atin naman, no, I don't think naman na maaano naman tayo niya as long as you credit them. Hindi mo siya commercial na product. Even sa fonts. For example, in fonts. Yeah, fonts that sinabi ko sa thefont.com. When you download the font, nakalagay doon, this is free to use. You may pay the creator as long as, if you want, donation, or you can use it as long as it's not for commercial use. So yeah, if it's not for commercial use, feel free to use it. Okay.
All right, maybe we can now proceed with, sir, so do you have some and
Parting gifts.
parting talks or ending messages?
Yeah, anyway, this is available online. Each slide naman may mga parting na quote dun that wraps up the whole slide, the whole tips na. Those are tips that I gave. May mga quotation yan. All you have to do is tandaan nyo yan, yung mga quotation na yan. Ha? So go through it. And remember, do not be afraid. Always remember your audience. Always remember eye flow. And always respect all the elements of your design. Yun lang. Basically, that's it. And magiging maganda yung magiging modules ninyo. Very, very interesting. Very beautiful. No? Content kasi, expertise nyo yan eh. Walang problema sa content. How to make it attractive and palatable to your students is a different thing. And with this, I think sana natulungan ko kayo, nabigyan kayo ng tips on how to make it more interesting. So yun. Thank you so much to all our participants. Thank you to the consortium of all the higher educational institutes. No? Thank you for inviting me. Isang mababang nila lang na marunong lang mag-design. So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Sana nakinig kayo at hindi kayo na-bore sa aking kadadaldal dito. Salamat sa inyong lahat.
All right. So thank you very much, Art Director Aaron J.P. Almado, for the very creative, informative, and comprehensive talk on making our modules from meh to wow. So I would like to request, sir, for the screen sana if
Oh, sorry. Stop share.
All right. So at this juncture, to award the certificate of recognition to our resource speaker, may I request the co-chair of the Content Development Committee and the president of the Lumpon Institute of Technology, Dr. Norberto Olavides, to award the certificate of recognition, sir.
Wow,
on behalf of Dr. Jade E. Duarte, President of the Leyte Normal University, Chair of the Content and Development Committee, allow me to read the certificate of recognition. Eastern Visayas Higher Education Institution, Flexible Learning Management System Consortium Certificate of Recognition. This certificate is presented to Director Aaron G.P. Almadro for his invaluable service as resource speaker during the training workshop on course modules production for flexible learning in higher education institution webinar series on June 15, 2020. Given this 15th day of June in the year of our Lord 2020, signed Dr. Norberto C. Olavides, President, Palampon Institute of Technology, Co-Chair, Content Development Committee. Signed Dr. Jude E. Duarte, President, Leyte Normal University, Chair, Content Development Committee. Signed Victor C. Canizo, President, Biliran Province State University, Project Leader. Signed George M. Colorado, Regional Director, Commission on Higher Education, Region 8. Signed Dr. Aldrin E. Darilag, Commissioner, Commission on Higher Education.
All right. Thank you, President Olavides. So before we officially end our session, we would like to remind all our participants of the following. By the way, Sir Almado, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and knowledge to all our all of our participants in this consortium.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Good luck. Good luck sa ating new normal ngayon. And hope maturuan yung mabuti yung mga estudyante ninyo.
Thank you, sir. So here are some reminders for tomorrow's session. All right. So again, it's okay not to be in Zoom. We are limited to 100 rooms, but the committee sees this as an opportunity to maximize and control the webinar flow. Don't worry, Facebook and YouTube got you covered because we still have some 3 remaining days. That will be 5 I think 4 to 5 sessions more. Do not click the request edit on the Google Forms for attendance. Just answer the required fields. And yeah. So we still have some sessions on June 16, 2 more sessions on June 16, 1 session for June 17, and another session for June 19. So here's the attendance for today. You may take a picture of the QR code, or you may copy the tiny URL link so that you'll be able to log in our attendance. All right, so this has been your moderator for this session, Neil Francis Casilian of Eastern Samar State University. Good afternoon and thank you. Have a great day, everybody.